Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where I get to share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, I hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to pick up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do, so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. I want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment, we'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is now available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, and all your podcast platforms. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at MyGCole. The video of this interview is available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is episode 70. And this episode is brought to you courtesy of Aquagem Records' latest releases, God and Me by Veronica Day, Only a Smile by Keith and Tex, and What Love Is by yours truly, G. Cole.
You and your smiling face doesn't mean a thing to me. Any man will pick you up just because of the smile you've got. But after knowing you as much as he's gonna leave you.
Cannot be a game that has no conclusion. Love is not just a dream that's built on illusion. It's more than something to feel. You can taste it and touch it, it's real. Love is when two people make it, and nothing outside they can break it. If they understand that they can't command love to be where it cannot be free.
All three songs are available at iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Today's special guest is singer, songwriter, producer, musician, multi-instrumentalist, the one and only Mr. Benjy Maestro Myaz. Some familiar songs, some familiar sounds, some familiar artists. Let me know what you think. We're getting into it right now. One of my faves is called Love You Higher. Mr. Benjy Myaz.
One dream in my life, one in mind. That's what I've waited for. Two, dreaming as one. Love has begun, promising so much more. No one else can see.
You can't close it off.
That you're beautiful to me. I love you higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of love I have, and you've inspired share in one common life. If I am the prize, you're the winner in my life. I love you higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of love I have, and you inspire what love is all about. Girl, I can't live without your love. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? It's the power and the strength of love. Yes.
Lodge up B Will, lodge up Don Reed.
Always count on me.
Wagwan Juan.
Loving you.
Mark, welcome to the party.
It's easy.
It's a vibe, trust me.
Love you higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of love I have, and you inspire what love is all about. Girl, I can't live without your love. I love you higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of love I have, and you inspire what love is all about. I can't live without your love. I love you higher than anyone can count. No end to the amount of love I have, and you inspire what love is all about. Girl, I can't.
Welcome EK, welcome Hope, Pauline Wagwan. You hear the legendary songs, right? Some songs that that I've loved for years. You know what I mean? I call them a JBC tune, and I call JBC. She's so mad love. I want again bless up everybody that's always supported the artist. You know what I mean? Benjy Myaz, who's in the building right about now. I know to see enough for me, so let's free it up right about now. The singer is here, and Wagwan King. I say you good?
Such an honor, sir. Give thanks for the invitation.
The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine.
It's a great opportunity to sit in.
Yes, I am.
Congratulations, man. Great show.
Thank you, sir.
Consistent.
Appreciate it.
Wonderful. Love it.
Appreciate it.
See?
Y'all give me something to talk about, so hey, I have to talk about
Yes,
it.
yeah, man. And the presentation always stops.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man. You keep it tight.
Give thanks, brother.
Yes,
Give
yes,
thanks.
yes.
Music is why is what brings the world together, brings us together. That's why we're here. You have a new brand spanking new album, mega call it.
Yes.
What the world I gonna get, you know what I mean?
Right, so-
Rootsy Rhapsody. Could be EP, could be album. You know what I mean? The fans, whatever you want here, type it into the chat.
Yes, sir. Give
and
thanks, give
it
thanks.
will be. I'm gonna get straight into something even before we go music, or should I say even before we go new album, and even classics, right? For the Jamaica Jazz Masters, talk to them about that. We going straight with it. Talk to them about
The
that.
Jamaica Jazz Masters is an instrumental project, been in production from around 2010. You know, we've been working on several things, including Rootsy Rhapsody, but also that's on pause now. But we completed 5 tracks. It's gonna be a standard.
Right.
Because what we're doing, we're fusing talent, not just music, we're fusing talent. It's a lot of international collaborations on the project.
Right.
And it features the bass guitar playing the melodies with other instruments. It's a Jamaica Jazz Masters featuring Benjy Myaz.
Right.
So it's an all-star group. This
Right.
concept came together from an all-star concept that we have had in Anguilla. It's called Moonsplash. We've been doing this show for a very long time, about 25, 26 years.
Wow.
Right? So it's
Yeah.
always an all-star.
In Anguilla?
In Anguilla.
Nice.
It's a long-running concert. Banky Banks is the founder and the owner of the festival. So at this point, we're looking forward now to record
Right.
this concept. It's covering songs. First project is going to be covers.
Right.
You know, so you know, we kind of keep it a little secretive.
Mad. I had to dig it up real quick because I'm doing the research. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Why I mentioned it is I'm going to credit you as being one of those people who normalized there are instrumental projects that's always been out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And a lot of the lead instruments on instrumental projects are normally your saxophones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Sometimes pianos,
Yes.
Guitars, and so forth. I feel like you're one of the first persons to have actually said to make the bass sing, so to speak.
It's been going on before we came around, but I think we kind of bridge the gap in the divide in Jamaica, because the bass has been a upfront instrument for a very long. I was listening to the instrumentals in the 80s,
Man.
the way the bass was playing.
Upright bass and all them things.
Yes, the bass playing melodies.
Yeah.
So at this point, we plan to recapture some of those elements that inspired us.
Right.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we are able to entertain people while we're doing this. We'll be able to bring to life the same things that inspired us.
Right.
We can inspire some younger ones
I got you.
as well.
I got you. And of course, we always talk about the music and the new stuff coming out right now, but there's classics, and we don't want to get away from the classics, but we've got the classics that we got to share with the masses right now. And there's another one that's my favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjy have no clue what tunes we have played tonight outside of the album. Some of us have draw some things with me love, with Una love. I'm sure he loves too. And this one is Don't Ask My Neighbor.
Big time.
You're wondering if I care about you, or if there's some cause that I should doubt you. Oh, I can see, girl, that you don't know me very well. Oh, you're so unsure. Hey, oh no, baby. You run here and there
Yeah, man.
to ask my feelings, but friends only guess. They can't say really.
Don't ask my neighbor.
No, baby,
Don't ask the friends
I hang around. Oh,
Don't be afraid to come to me.
don't ask my neighbors. No, baby.
Don't be afraid.
One thing mad, it could be 2 minutes and you still have to pull it up from the top, all right? I don't want nobody vex with me. Them people, them sampling of Benjy, they vex with me and say, boy, yo, me ask to pull up and no pull up. They do it all the time. You know what I mean?
You're wondering if
Well, go on, Cat Eye, welcome.
I care about you,
Georgia, welcome to the party.
or if there's some cause
Sharon, welcome.
that you.
Appreciate the love.
Oh, I can see, girl, that you don't know me very well. Oh, you're so unsure. Hey, oh no, baby. You run here and there to ask my feelings.
Well, go on, Squatty.
Friends only guess.
Want to pick up my Palm Beach people right now that's logged in. I appreciate y'all so much. Hawaii's in the building.
Yeah.
California's locked in. What's up?
Ask my neighbor.
Rep where you from?
Don't ask the friends
Oregon's in the building. Always got a large up my East London massive. In the den right now, having a nice little drink and listening to some music, some conversation.
Don't ask my neighbors, no, baby.
Don't be afraid
Maryland's in the building. Tamarack's in the building.
of what you see.
Miramar's in the building too.
You'll find I love you, oh, baby.
Coral Springs and Coconut Creek's locked in. Benjy. When we talk about some things, I'll tell people I don't dig the word cover. You know what I mean? To me, it's an interpretation, it's like your interpretation of it, because it's the original is a classic, it's a masterpiece.
Yes, sir.
But this itself is a classic, is a masterpiece too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for
How do
real.
you choose the songs you want to tackle? Because I know you're a producer yourself, so you're a little bit more intricate when you're dissecting stuff than the average person. How you choose what you want to tackle?
I think first you have to love the piece. Sometimes this was a female group, the Emotions. Remember? Now, to pick a song like "I Love You," I was also a female.
Right.
You have to transpose.
Yeah.
To make sure you're comfortable in the key, and then the appeal is there in the melody already. So all of those things factor. You know what I mean? But first of all, lyrics and melody, and then we do the analyzing of the song and see. Because some songs you will try to sing them and it's not gonna work because it's out of your range depending on the melody or the structure is. But I so happen to hear this track on Love 94.
The original.
No, a cover version that Bobby Caldwell did.
Oh, okay.
93.9 Love 94. I was a jazz station in South Florida.
Right.
I remember I was here once and heard the version. I bought the CD.
Yeah.
It's a very nice album by Bobby Caldwell. And this interpretation kind of, that's where I got my vibe for this song. And I decided from that moment that, yes, it's a good track to do.
It's one of those, I for me, as a fan, as an appreciator of the music, there are about 6-7 songs that to me are, renditions of original pieces that are like in a classic place on the shelf.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And this one and Love You Higher, I put them both on the shelf because they're just properly done.
Yeah, you see how time go. Time sweeten this like wine, because these songs are from 1995, 96. And XM Radio just picked up Don't Ask My Neighbor.
Yeah.
Heavy rotation, yourself pumping it.
Yeah, them say brand new Benjy.
But it's I think they have the album, they know the time. They know the time. But that's the kind of tune we try to make,
Yeah, timeless.
Yes,
That's something that I think we're losing in today's day, man. It's like, and I don't know if it's a concerted effort from artists like yourself. When you go into the studio and creating something, is it a concerted effort to make sure it's a timeless piece? Because as not just musicians but creatives, sometimes we get caught up in the hype. You know what I mean? What's going on right now? Yeah. And I feel like I draw a line between the hits and the classics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it seems like when you go into the studio, you've decided, as far as what's a hit, it's not us that chooses that, it's the public, right? But I think it feels to me like when you go into the studio, you've decided we're making classics here.
Yeah, man. We're kind of compelled. It's DNA, It's in our DNA to do it right. It's never a guess situation. If it's not done right, it's when we have a problem.
Right.
The standard is this. People move away from the standard because we're not making songs, people making beats. We used to make songs.
Right.
When you go into the studio, you're composing a song, you need a bridge. Even if you don't have one, you build one.
You build a bridge.
You have to cross over.
Yeah.
To the next level. It's a contour.
I got you.
It's a valley, it's the hills and the plain. But now people just sit around with the technology and the access to it, and people wanted to learn music. Now people want to learn the technology. They want to know the latest software to make it easier.
Right.
Cut and paste.
You're constructing some talent, it's not an inbred thing.
If I tell you where we're coming from, we used to use 2-track and dump harmonies to 24-track from 2-track.
Wow.
Massive work, and you have to have the right timing to release the tape. That's where we're coming from before we had a sampler.
Right.
When you could sample something on flight.
Yeah.
We would track songs, which I did, especially on Rootsy Rhapsody. We track every tune down from the first second to the last second. No sequencing.
Right.
We're trying to go back to that. That is the problem. So the youths hijack the music using beats. And I'll use the word hijack because they didn't study music.
Right.
But they are music producers and they are music composers. But how can you be doing this and no background? Would you like to go to a doctor that's put on the uniform and come out and say, let me see you?
Right.
How about the background and the studies? So and then a lot of the industry embrace this as a standard, and so we have to revisit. I blame the media, I blame the radio,
Right.
for that type of exposure. It's
Right.
like, you're sending things out there, but it's, they used to have the record jury when you're growing up in Jamaica, when on a Friday you hear the record jury,
Yeah.
and them blow up a song, never hear it again.
Yeah. It did.
You know what I'm saying? So the
Yep,
standard,
yep.
standard has fallen because again the musicians have backed off, and so when you give space for that to happen, then it's gonna take over.
So the musicians have backed off and given way to the
That's
technologists.
Right. So we need to step up and take our rightful place. That's how I feel about it.
I love that. And big up yourself, DJ Lance, all the massive and crew in the UK logged in right now. Julianne, welcome. We always talk about Jack Brand, the blessings. We always talk about, let me clarify something real fast, all right? I'm not putting a blame on Benjy. Here's the deal. The views expressed by G. Cole does not represent those of Benjy Myaz. Don't hold Benjy Myaz to my
Don't say me did say.
Don't say Benjy did say. You know what I mean? But the truth is, I feel like there's certain places that culpability's got to be placed. Radio's one. You know what I mean? Because radio's meant for programming, and whatever they program, the masses will listen. There are a couple of songs I can tell you right now that I fell victim to programming. When we hear it first, I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? But they played it so much time that I remember the day
It's natural.
I started singing it.
It's natural. Anything you hear over and over, and you have a tendency to believe. That's just how the brain works.
Yeah.
So people doing the hijacking. That's what they do.
Right.
There's a lot of good songs, and there's room for everything, because I don't mind a party song. I do
Right.
a party song, but you usually hear that on the radio on a Saturday night. Saturday night party.
Yeah.
But people so eager to get the party started, they came with Uptown Mondays.
So the party start from Monday.
Yeah, you have Uptown Monday and Middletown Tuesday.
Ready.
It's a mix. Have a kind of name for
Turn up
start the
Thursdays.
party. You feel me? So,
No different.
so
I see
that's what it is. It's a decay. It's a decay, And some people don't want to call it out. It's politically incorrect.
Right.
You know what I mean? I never really came through that tape there.
Yeah.
I came through the other side.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? My first single, Love You Higher, I was discouraged.
From putting it out?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was too clean. You hear that?
What year did that come out?
96.
That's your first single that came out?
Vocally, as a single, that's the first song I put out.
So your first single went through the roof?
Yeah, but I was discouraged.
Wow.
1 year mixed in my vehicle, bro. 1 year listening to it before I put it out, because I was going through that phase where you look at the people who are the elders and you go to them. So you're working on this thing. What do you think? That's when I learned not to ask people's opinion.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yep.
Because I thought, not that I wanted to please me, but I thought the constructive criticism would be delivered.
Right,
And say, okay,
right.
But in fact, I got shut down and detour.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that song? You sure?
Yeah.
You don't have too much chords.
Too much chords?
You're not too clean. It's too clean, man.
So what am I saying? Too clean for
Too
reggae?
pretty. Yeah, it's too pretty.
Wow.
So my voice, I sing too clean.
Right.
Yeah, I'm singing the Queen's language. Why you not singing some more dialect?
Yeah.
But
But you were looking down the road. You were seeing the big picture because everybody in the world can understand and interpret the song.
Yeah, because again, my experience as a musician and as a traveling musician, when you go around the world, I've always crossed the Atlantic with singers. I've gone on tour with DJs, but you hear me say? I never crossed the Atlantic
With DJs,
with
I was
one.
singers them.
Yeah. Because the English language,
Yeah.
is understandable everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not everybody will understand patois or that breakdown there of the Creole. So we look at it and we say for putting out music. And we're coming from the standard of a Nat King Cole and bro. Nat King Cole and Ray Charles and Lou Rawls and James Ingram and Jeffrey Osborne and Dennis Brown and Bob Marley. Bob Marley is very clear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where we're coming from. That's how we listen music.
So those are your inspiration, for lack of a better word. Growing up, those are the musicians that inspired you.
As a vocalist, I would listen to those singers because I could hear.
Yeah, understand the cadence and the whole nine.
No, I don't hear what's going on, bro. I have to ask people,
Yeah.
what's the lyrics?
Sound like
song?
you're the foreigner.
Yeah. Even my one Jamaican artist, there's no clarity.
Yeah.
So I would speak to people out there and they compliment me a lot and the clarity. You're very clear. I can hear your words. I love the sound of your voice because I can hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
People can't enjoy your voice if they don't understand the language.
Yeah.
So most times people are locked into the beat. So that's why we're having the beat makers.
So you find the beat now is more relevant than the song itself.
There you go. And so everybody want to take credit. I made the beat,
Yeah.
but nobody's making a good song.
Yeah.
You know, give thanks for the coffee and the new artists them coming out to making songs and having a little style, a little bridge here and a little dub here and
Very
you know,
necessary.
of course,
Very
you know,
necessary.
Of course, I'm in that place now where, you know what I mean, like you call it out because people feel like it's not good, it's not okay. We're damaging an industry that was already set and the way it was paid and people pay the price long time before we came around. So what we're gonna do as a legacy is like destroy it, then leave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we're gonna build something and leave your stamp on it too, you know, which I prefer to do. You know what I mean? Logical.
So people strive for excellence, and we're discarding excellence right about now. We normalize mediocrity.
There you go, bro. Seeing? And so if you're not kind of halfway stupid and kind of comical and I think also the music has become a comic show. And I tried to understand this before I'm speaking to you know.
Right,
I think about what I'm saying before.
Right.
And I said, why is it that Jamaicans find it humor more important than
message.
than depth? Yeah. Because the lyrics that was done, the man them sing some serious lyrics before. But you know, who play the song there? Who play them songs then on the radio? Who play them songs in the streets?
Yeah.
Only when a man have a situation, somebody dead anymore and make a sound and play a spiritual.
Yeah.
You play a Luciano, Lord give me strength, or you play a Benjy Myaz, thank you, Lord.
So it's like an occasional music.
There you go. So I say, why? Why we're not mixing up? Why dancehall is a genre and not a place?
Right. Oh man, I'm glad to bring that up because that's a conversation I have every single day. The whole concept of dancehall. Not knocking it, because for marketability, everything's got to be genreized. You go on iTunes, it's gonna ask you what you're putting it up under. But
They created that.
as a result,
Created that.
yeah. But I personally I subscribe to the same theory in terms of dancehall as a place. When I was a kid growing up, I could go into the dancehall and listen to reggae. You know what I mean?
And listen to soul.
And listen soul.
Soca.
Amazingly
Yeah.
enough, everything country.
Yes.
I tell people this all the time. That's not from home. Back in the day, if you want burn up a dance and you want shell it, draw one gospel tune in the middle of the dance.
Yeah, that's where the whole thing have to go back. The party was in the dance.
Yeah.
Now we even have dancehall and nobody not even dancing.
Yeah.
Everybody close too tight. Can't dance.
Spray on pants, the pants and I can't. Yo.
So you see the woman them over there, so nice and well, sexy half. Can't dance close to, no close on that.
Yeah.
Afraid to step out.
And the man about dancing in one another.
Yeah, they're afraid them thing tear. You see me? So you have to go back to when we can hug a woman.
No,
and,
sir.
And I was talking about this when I made the Hooked on You, this particular track from the project.
I had to do that, bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hooked on You was supposed to bring back the rubber dub, you know.
Yeah.
In my mind, when I was making the track, I was like, once a woman and man grab up.
Yeah. Dance again.
Yeah, if I rubber dub,
Yeah.
I want to grab up dance to
Yeah.
people that pan the rent that tile there.
Yeah.
That me I say.
Yeah.
Now even though we were in the church, we knew what was going on. Because we are playing music. So we know it felt good, even if we weren't in the streets. Good, you know what I mean? You know it felt good.
Yeah.
And the music today, no feelings in it neither.
There's no feel. No, you're absolutely right. It's because, and that's the thing that we're losing too, because I've said this to people oftentimes. I've traveled the world, and many people don't understand the language, but they all move in the same way. You know what I mean? Same rhythm, because they feel the music. Nowadays, you can't feel the music. That's one. Two, the melodies change so fast that if after you feel a groove now you start to rock, it switch real fast. So it's like you don't have the opportunity to dance.
Well, of that, I mean, I'm talking about the mixtape. You don't hear songs, you only hear a minute of a song.
How much of that is
Give thanks.
the DJ's fault though? Because when I have when you create a song that's 4 minutes, what I try to do on the radio, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I get pushback from the radio stations, right? Because they want to turn the radio thing that makes sure also. I battle with them on a
Man,
daily
keep your
basis.
quality, man.
We gotta do what we
The
gotta
first
do.
thing we tell them to come on the radio with you tonight, I say keep your quality.
Give
I
thanks.
admire you play songs out. And next thing, some people don't know when to talk over a song.
Right.
Why bother promote the song and you talk it out?
Yeah, you hear me, but you don't hear the song. You know what I mean? You start feeling like G Cole featuring Benjy.
It's a self-time.
Yeah.
We have to put back them side, them turn the W around.
To
To
M.
Feel that.
I dig that. And you know what I'm gonna ask you about a little bit about too, because again, you're an artist, you're a multi-instrumentalist, you're a producer, you're a connoisseur of the art itself, is what I call it. You know what I mean? Not just from a creative standpoint, but it gives you the opportunity to appreciate the music in depth too, because I think that's what lacks sometimes, is that if you don't appreciate it, I know producers right now, I know musicians, and this is why the industry is suffering, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but again, the views are G-Cool, but they don't consume music. You know what I mean?
You're right, man.
You build something, you mix. It's like the Ross who sell jerk chicken out the road. You know what I'm saying? He has no idea what the taste is because him don't really eat that. But it's the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of producers, I see a lot of musicians right now that make music, but they don't consume music. So I think that there's a detachment.
You're artist, no?
Yeah.
You see me have to dry out now. Talk like you're artist.
Cool, man.
I know you know all that thing, yeah. But you see the passion,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go nowhere. Even
Right.
if you're in radio.
Right. Nah, true.
For one day I sit over there and I'm hosting a show, I'm sure I'm gonna be talking like you.
Right.
Because that don't die.
It's coming from inside.
Yeah, you don't die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what you see is what it is. What you're looking at is what's going on. Not is that an illusion? And you have a responsibility with your show and your programming to lift the quality and to keep doing what you're doing. It will come around. More people will adapt.
Right.
We just need some people to start. Because the revolution starts with one person.
True.
You see me?
True.
And we're not going to call on it's not a war. And when we say revolution, we don't mean a physical war, but it's war. The music is at war.
Right.
And we can't allow the other things to take over. I mean, even if you're trying to relax, what do you listen to today?
Yeah.
What radio station plays reggae music that can relax us and unwind us with the family without you have to turn it down and say, oh, you don't want the kids hear this part.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm talking about. The programming is not family orientated anymore. Even if you go to rap, it's the same thing. It's radio on a whole.
True. Censorship, and I don't even. To me, censorship ain't about language, about context and content. And right now, I think that because I've been driving in my car before and hear stuff that I can't believe, so I'm just hear.
Yeah.
And I wondered if maybe it slipped by the DJ, but it didn't because I heard it another time again. You know what I mean? We have to designate places for different places for different things. I don't deem music derogatory a lot of times. I deem it age appropriate. So in other words, there's some people who may sing a certain type of music. You may say it derogatory because it's just not your thing. I won't call it derogatory. It's just not appropriate to be played right here. Have its place.
Yeah. Party, you know, outside.
Yeah, you do that. That's it. You can't do it up on the radio.
True.
You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, we're chopping it up with Benjy. Knowledge.
Same thing we always say. I don't blame artists if you want to write load music or that's how you feel. That's creativity. That's like you're painting.
Right.
You know, if you want to fry your food hot and spicy, it's the same thing. It's, you know what I mean? It's like dessert size. Right? But it's not everybody going to digest it like that. People going to have a stomach burn.
Right.
Some people going to have a tongue burn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
No, it's not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody.
Everything enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the people who promote it and try to force it into your living room is going to have a problem.
That's where the issue lies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get me?
I dig it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're chopping it up with Mr. Benjy Myaz right now. And there's a brand spanking new project, but we have to have the convo because certain things have to be said. We got to talk about it.
Yeah,
that's why we are here. We talk also about, I talk about the fans. You know what I mean? And I feel like, yes, some people will say, well, blame it all on radio. Blame it all on the disc jocks because they're programming people out there. But the truth is, I feel like music is a consumer-driven industry. All right? And manufacturers manufacture what consumers consume. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to the buying part of it, if somebody's not consuming it, at some point in time, they're going to have to stop making it.
Well, I beg to differ because music itself has a power to transcend. You have the tool here to send the energy. It's an energy, it's a vibration.
Right.
When we were growing up, just try to recall. When you wake up in the morning and Alan Magnus and these great guys like Winston Williams and those guys, I can't remember them on the radio, would say, but this is the song done by so and so and so, and you know, soul platinum. And we went and researched those artists because we were learning. Music has to be educational.
Right.
Educate as well. Musicate, educate. You have the role. I think you have the role to send it. When people wake up, they don't know what they want to hear. They turn on.
Right.
They can't dictate that.
Right. So you give them
what you give them
You're
is what
piloting
they get.
this course right now.
Yes, sir. That's how radio is. That's the power of radio. It dictates all these things. So if you kill the garbage, people start liking it.
Right. Repetition.
Yes. So yeah, even though it's a consumer-driven market, but there's a pace to be set. There's a guideline that you follow.
Right.
If those guidelines are adhered to, then people automatically fall in line.
I like that.
You see me?
Yeah.
So the programming, the program directors or the DJs have to take it more responsibility in what they play. Because I hear it all the time. Why is what the people are hearing? I don't believe that crap.
Right.
See me?
It's what's being fed to the people.
Yeah, the people have no choice. If they turn to another station, they might
Same
like
thing.
something else. So that's all right, kind of cool. I go back to what I listened to before.
Yeah.
It's kind of worse over here.
No. How much of it do you put on this? Because I also feel like there's a huge issue with radio right now because the line also is blurred between the dance hall, as in the place, and the radio stations. Like
Start training radio people again.
but them not do that no more.
We need to send them back to
Broadcast
communication school. Learn to do all of the things they need to do. Learn how to present the radio. The radio is a tool, powerful tool. You know what I mean? Don't make them. I don't want them make we take over. You know.
Right.
The radio-
Now go pretty.
You feel me? So,
It now go
but
pretty.
the radio used to be the standard. When you turn on the radio, man, it was like God talking to you, man. You want to know what's in that speaker when you're small. You wonder if people live in that box. Because you sit and you listen to the radio and you're staring at the radio because that's how the radio was with me.
Wow.
You know, now the radio, I don't even listen to the radio, bro.
Yeah.
No, I listen to pre-recorded music.
Yeah. I got you.
I listen to the internet stations like yourself that bring quality.
Right.
If it's not my music or whatever, it's the quality. It's
Right.
not about my songs.
Right.
People call me and say, your song on the radio. I don't hear the radio.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how often the radio play me. But I know it's played a lot because of people tell me.
Right.
See me? Because you used to turn on the radio for education.
No, it is true. And for all the people who grew up, anybody over 30 right about now 35, you know what radio is. You know what I mean? And I remember, like you said, having a relationship with the radio.
You know what? Talk to no
Me no
one.
want, there's certain times when you're not going to get me. You know what I mean? And I used to structure my things around certain things. You know, it's amazing that people, especially within the industry of radio, because anytime people are doing crazy things, and them always have them the way how they them defend it.
Yeah.
You know, so people tell you, no, it's not the radio, it's the masses. But at the end of the day, they go to their advertisers and say, no, radio has the power to advertise your goods,
Yeah.
right? So I need you to pay me to advertise on the radio. But then you tell the people, and say, no, radio don't have the power to influence the people. Conflict of interest right there. You know what I mean? Conflict.
People adapt and fit them most.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're what I'm right about now. EK Session, Mr. Radio. Guess what we got for you right about? There's a brand spanking new album we need to talk to you about. And I feel like I got to share it with them because I know at least two people right now up on G-Code in my ear. But tune, I got you. All right, I got you.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm waking with you. I can't wait till evening, can't stop thinking of you. I can feel your fire burning deep inside of me. Body's calling for you, lady. Mind is going crazy. 'Cause all I wanna do, I wanna make it up with you. I really, really, really wanna be true. 'Cause all I wanna do, I wanna make it up with you. But it's cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, the song is called Make It Up to You. Benjy Myaz, the album is Rootsy Rhapsody.
Cause all I wanna do, wanna make it up with you. I really, really, really wanna.
EK says she missed the radio. I feel you. Good radio, that is.
All I wanna do,
Hope Wagwan.
up with you.
Large up Jarena, large up Caden, large up Matthew.
Calling for you, lady, and my mind is going crazy.
Benjy, I'm running a case of irony right about now. We've gotten into the new album right now, Rootsy Rhapsody. But I always say to the folks out there, in order for me to understand, because, you know, you're a complicated man, Benjy Myaz. You know what I mean? You're a complicated man, you know?
Really?
Yeah, man. It sounds deep. Sounds. That's how we're tossing it out there. In order for understand you, all right, we kind of have to know where you're coming from, right? Let's look in the rearview mirror for a little bit. Let's talk to me about where you're from in Jamaica and growing up in Jamaica. What was that experience like for Benjy? Because I feel like until I know that, I'll be still missing some dots that I need to connect to find out why Benjy Myaz is Benjy Myaz. So talk to me a little bit about growing up as a youth in Jamaica.
Was born in Hanover, the western side. Most people know Hanover. I'm the son of a pastor. My both parents passed away within the last year.
Condolences, brother.
Yes.
I know that's got to be tough. So.
Yes, we've
yeah.
been through that. I think was just the growing up part of my whole life was, I think, foundation, kind of set me on the path, yeah.
Right.
You want to make music, but you don't want to make the music where your parents not going to be proud of. You know what I mean? Being a pastor's son and everybody
Yeah.
look at you carrying that.
Yeah, you got to
that,
carry the torch, yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
The last of 8 children, we grew up in a musical family. And discipline was important,
Yeah.
for foremost thing
Yeah.
was discipline. Your parents boss your ass,
Yeah.
somebody can do it too.
Yeah.
Down the
Your
road.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if mommy and daddy not see you, don't think you get to it.
there you go. And you can't tell them say get one.
Yeah,
You
'cause I
get a
too young-
second
oh,
one,
Lord.
right? You know the thing.
The village raises a child for
There
real.
we go. We came from that background, and being that we lived in the mansion house, which is that at the time back in the days, the pastor would be given a place to stay, like a house.
Yeah.
And it's very close to church,
Right.
5 foot step away.
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
had that. We had to, even listening to the radio, had to do it headphones, hide and do it.
Yeah.
And we never hear that music in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to reggae music till I was like 14, 15.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I had to fight within the family to find myself. I'm
Right.
the last of 8 youth, let me tell you. So, you know what I mean? You have to fight to find yourself.
Yeah.
That pathway, again, instilled the discipline at Herbert Morrison with a principal like Mr. Lloyd Winstanley, who was a strong principal.
Yeah.
We had a very tough thing. You couldn't get away with certain things.
Wow.
And so that discipline was like there from early, We had to practice at school. We had band practice every day during lunch.
So you were getting your musical training on from then.
Yeah, from I was 7, from the house, from the church, whole background of the
You
church.
played in the church.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where it really began. My eldest brother taught me the guitar at 7.
Right. So that's the first instrument.
Right, and when he went on to college, I was playing full time in the church to keep the music going.
Right.
You go to the conventions and you go to the
Yeah.
crusades and
Church of God of Prophecy.
Holiness Christian Church.
Cool, man. Big up.
See?
Yeah.
So, and then when we went to Harley School, I take my guitar to school in the mornings and I play for devotion voluntarily. Onto high school, which I picked for Cornwall College.
Yeah.
My eldest brother went to Cornwall, so he
CC
said,
massive.
yo,
Cool now.
but big up Gary. We light a fire upon CC later. I'm trying to beat between a sucker. Herbert Morrison, so we said, big up comfort. All comfort massive.
Yeah.
First day I went to high school, I heard the trumpet, man. 1979.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I heard the trumpet from across my class. And I'm thinking, what's that? So, you walk until you find the sound. The player, you hear the sound, you find the person playing this instrument. You're hearing the sound, so you're walking. And I found the band room. It's like, wow.
That's from first day of school.
First day, man.
Wow.
I can't even forget. Watch it.
Yeah.
It was this dude playing the trumpet named Emerald Brown. And, you know, with a trumpet and the brass, and
Yeah.
the brass and the shine, and you see yourself up in that bell.
Yep.
I touched myself like that. And the man take the trumpet and give me a conk in my forehead.
Don't touch my instrument.
No, don't do that ever again.
Cool, man.
Especially if I'm playing it.
Yeah.
And him say it can damage my lip, and he was teaching me all these things. We became very good friends. So I played the trumpet, trombone. I learned all this in Herbert Morrison.
Wow.
Right?
So brass instruments and
and
strings.
strings. Tuba. I was a tuba player. And by the time I got to fifth form, I was playing the tuba.
Right.
The sousaphone. Some
Right.
people know it as the big round
The
instrument.
big on.
And the marching band on the shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, so that Herbert Morrison have a vibrant program since 1976. by
And they
the
still
way.
do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Top program run by Professor Judith E. Grimes out of Indiana State University.
Wow.
And she still comes down every year and have a mass concert with the Montego Bay Boys Club, Mount Alvernia High School,
Wow.
Montego Bay High School, and Herbert Morrison. So
And you still sound like you have a nice relationship with that whole.
yeah, man.
Wow.
Every time, you know. I mean, so we're trying to also go back to Herbert Morrison next year to do a reunion,
Nice.
the music students.
Nice.
Because we like to also soundproof the music room. So it's an ongoing program. It's lots of students have graduated from Herbert Morrison, have stepped into professional music jobs.
Wow.
With Maxi Priest band, you see,
Yeah.
many bands. I can't even name them all right now to remember, but lots of Herbert Morrison students.
And it's amazing just based on how Jamaica is set up. You know, Kingston's where most of the stuff happens because of the fact that that's where the infrastructure is.
Yes.
So a lot of times people don't realize how many of our legends, how many of our classic musicians and artists are really coming from other places.
Yes.
Out west, St. Mary, St. Thomas, but you know, a lot of musicians coming out because there's a lot, if you realize it, there's a lot more music schools in the western side of the island than anywhere else.
Coming up.
Now, you're looking at music and learning music to come up, and from somebody who went to a military school and marching band and all them things, music itself can be rigid, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
to the
man.
point where it's all structured, especially a military band, you know what I mean? More and play a budget, this ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's when the Saints go marching in. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's a disciplined program. The fun is not necessarily there unless you have a deep love for it. When did you realize that, you know something, I'm in love with this thing and this is what I want to do professionally?
So this is when I quit the orchestra.
At school?
No, after school, because I joined the Jamaica Orchestra of Youth, which is the same program with another name when you leave school. When you leave school, it becomes an orchestra now. So we play
Professional now.
civic functions,
Yeah.
blah blah, right?
Yeah.
Run by Mrs. Vivian Diocoro and Mrs. Margaret Vernon from Montego Bay,
Big up.
right? So when we went to the Christmas lighting tree ceremony, and I had to put on a cummerbund and a bow tie. And I look in the mirror and I was like, nah. Seeing G
Too
chord.
stiff.
Yeah, I said, no, I couldn't be an orchestra player. So we went into the North Coast
Yeah.
and we got the whole thing together right there. So that was a university. I was playing in the hotels. Really brought me to myself. So that's where I really discovered what I really had. Because we're playing 6 nights every week, 4 hours every night.
Right.
You get a chance to do it right tomorrow night.
Right.
And you have guests spending 2 weeks. And you don't want to play the same songs every week.
Yeah.
So you have to have a repertoire.
And we're talking about a variety of genres here too.
Right. So that whole job kind of forced us to kind of melt into, got into jazz, got into reggae, R&B, instrumental. We had to go back, learn zouk, learn the bolero,
Wow.
bossa nova, samba, to study music of Latin America, just because there's everybody in the hotel, everybody coming from
Guests are
everywhere.
coming from all across the world.
And anytime they could come up and say, do you know so-and-so?
Yeah.
Can you play so-and-so?
Yeah.
So it was important to have a variety. And I think that's where I kind of cemented my whole thing. I wasn't planning to sing none at all. My singing is experimental. I just wanted to be a good musician in a good band.
Right.
With a good singer. My singer is Junior Jazz.
Junior Jazz.
That's my singer.
Cool, no man. Big up Junior Jazz. Bad singer.
Yes?
Yeah.
And so I would love to go around him and play bass. And wonderful vibes. But he would say, yo, you can sing,
Yeah.
Actually, Junior Jazz sang Harmony and Love You Wire. He was there the night I
really?
was voicing it. That's how close we are.
Wow.
And so I got nervous too. You know what I mean? When I'm around vocal, it's like, yo, you can't go outside.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Because he's the man.
He's
vocal.
in the studio.
Yeah,
Shutting down the vibe.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the principal is in the
Take
room.
a break and go outside, man. See? So we did my part, and I said, you go and do the harmonies. I'm leaving you alone. So he did all the harmonies by himself, arranged them and did all of that. I trust Junior like that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's one of those musicians that, you know him stuff.
I dig that.
You know what I mean? So he encouraged me to sing. And he would tell me, you might not have the range you want, but work on it.
Yeah.
But your tone, the quality of voice.
Yeah.
Because when I do a little relief in the hotel, I used to sing 1 and 2 songs. When the singer need a break, you get that applause that tells you did something of a high quality.
Instant gratification or not. But you're getting it right there.
Right. Right. So I was encouraged. And then over time, you're touring, you're doing things, you're working with people, you're producing, you're writing, you're composing. I'm doing all of that. But then when people start telling me, you should sing that, you should sing that, it's kind of difficult to sing your song because you want it a certain way. You should sing it. So that's where I decided to lock up myself in a room and work on my voice.
Right.
And out of that experience, by the time I did that, I was now living in Kingston and touring with Jimmy Cliff and touring with Toots and touring with Rhythm King's band as a bass player.
Wow.
And then, we built our own studio downtown East Street with Trevor Bailey, my partner at the time. So my room was like a sanctuary.
Wow. Just lock away and go practice.
Anytime I want that piece, I just lock up in there. And I mean, I was so much into the studio that there were election run one night and party change and government change, and I come out the studio and I even didn't know that. I'm serious.
It's a life change as we know it.
Everything.
And you don't know.
Didn't know. People have TV in them studio. We never keep a TV in my studio. No. I just lock up and work. When I came out of the studio, the military drive down on me and said, there's a curfew, what you doing here? I said, I'm coming out of the studio, I'm going home. Say, don't know it's an election, there's a curfew. I said, I didn't even know there was an election.
Wow, just focused on the music.
Yeah. And I spent 3 years in the studio locked up, bro. Didn't go on tour. I was living with my daughter by the time my first daughter was living with me. We lived together. And so, it was just like with a helper, my routine was just taking care of her and lock up in the studio till morning.
Wow.
By 6 o'clock, I'm home to carry her to school. You get me, I say?
And that's the regiment.
Yeah.
Day in, day out.
Yeah. So with Voice Love You, I had it in rotation in my car on a CD for 1 year. Me and my daughter, nobody else. Anybody else come in the car, I don't play it.
Yeah.
But she was the first person, Chevelle, big up yourself. She was the first person that she listened to it, got so tired of it, so bored of it, like until she learned it.
Yeah.
See? I said, Daddy, you can't change the song. So I said, no, I'm kind of learning this song, I'm just make it and I want to know it. If I perform it, I'm flowing with it. And so she started singing it for me. And so I realized the catch. I realized it stayed with her. And, the compliments came from her. She said, oh, it's a nice song. She ended up liking the song.
Yeah.
It's like I was telling you, anything that you play over and over, stick and stay.
Stick and stay.
You know what I mean? So that's where it really came from. The singing was just an experiment. And so the fans are really to be the people that I credit, those who push me and give me the real drive and the compliments. And the industry was giving me more fight than I expected as a vocalist. Because now they censor you. This boy, you're a bass player, where you go? So
they want you to remain a bass player.
That's how them see it. And so them put in that category and your pay can't increase because you're a bass player trying to sing. You're not a singer doing your thing.
Right.
So I guess the respect have to come from outside. And so that's what we do when we do what we do, like what we do right now. We build the respect from the globe and we build our worth. So eventually the demands come. So that's what we are. We've been on this mission
for a minute,
long time, but we don't stop, and we don't get paid either.
Right.
But if I was watching the money, I would quit.
Yeah.
I would just stick to playing bass and going on tour with people.
Right.
But I prefer to do what I'm doing right now, even if I'm not making money every day. I'm still comfortable knowing that I'm playing what I want to play.
Yeah.
And it's
the love and the passion.
Yeah, man. It's pleasing to my ear, and I can play for the family. I'm a family artist. You don't have to think about my lyrics if you hire me.
Yeah.
That's the way I am. And I've gained that credit with the radio. I go in and I give them a CD and they will tell me, I'm going to play one of your songs. Which one you want to play? I say, any one you pick.
Yeah.
I say, we don't have to listen to your lyrics. We know your thing is all set.
Yeah.
And that's credibility.
And it's important too, because I think a lot of people lose sight of the fact that if the music can't be played, just from a sheer business. I mean, we do things out of love and passion. At the end of the day, somebody's behind the scenes crunching numbers. But but if the music can't be played in that market, you've just alienated that market. So if you got a 10-piece pie and you can't play it in 5 places because of the language, then that to me is kind of ludicrous. You know what I mean?
True.
My favorite artists, rappers, whomever the case may be, they've done songs that had what's deemed explicit lyrics, but they were talented enough to do 2 versions. So there was the radio version, and then there was the explicit version.
Yes.
I mean, if even if you do that, I'm cool with that. But you have some artists nowadays that I got a song the other day. I'm not even gonna mention the song, which is a dope song. 2 of my favorite artists on it, 3 of them as a matter of fact, and they inserted 1 word at one point in the song, which no, I can't play it on the radio. You know what I'm saying? I try, and sometimes I'll sense it right then and there, but you gamble and lose it, then you're gonna be in problems with the radio station. So there's a lot of stuff like that. And again, you saying that, what I think of is, that's why I ask you the story. All of that took me all the way back to when you were a kid, when you say discipline.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't realize that all that is right there is discipline. It's not necessarily just business, it's discipline. And again, brand new album in stores. So as we talk to Benjy Myaz, we got to catch up, you know. I'm a fan, and these are questions that I haven't had answered myself, so I'm asking all these things, and I know y'all are loving it too. We got a massive on crew right about now, but the album mad, so we got to give you pings off of it. This is Eternal Love, all right? Rootsy Rhapsody.
Dedicate to you
Eternal love.
You're everything I need and more, so I dedicate to you
Eternal love. Ooh, hey. I thought about you all of today. It's been that way since you came in my life. There's much more than selfish love or even foolish pride. Heaven knows I'm looking for some meaning in my life. I've opened up my eyes, but I still couldn't find. You could rest assured I know what's in my heart. And with this new love that we share together, forever we will never be apart. No.
So I dedicate to you
Eternal love. Show everything that I need.
So I dedicate to you
Eternal love. Ooh, hey, sing to me, baby.
With your loving hands to holding, guide me into feeling that can warm the coldest day. Such a joy to know you're here beside me. It's a passion that gets stronger every day.
Ooh, baby, 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 I enjoy the time we spend and the love we share.
And it's the little things that you do makes me know that you care.
And from this moment on, I stay right by your side. The essence of true love shines from you. You're the reason for the joy within my life. Yeah, yeah, eternal love.
It's called Eternal Love, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the album is Rootsy Rhapsody. Big album, big tune, big artist, and we're gonna talk about it, all right? But we catching up right now. We catching up the timelines and see where go on. You know what I mean? For all the Benjy Myaz fans out there, including myself, you know, I touch everything. I talk to musicians all the time, and even before I talk to them, sometimes when I listen to the music and the way they do what they do, I can tell the passageway which they took. When artists like yourself, artists like a Mikey Spice, artists like even the Third Worlds, the Richie Stevens, I could tell the university which is, like I said, the North Coast, the hotel. I grew up in the hotel area. I grew up in Ocho Rios. So I've seen most of my favorite artists, most of my favorite band come through when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I see the hard work and I see whatever the case may be. And when they graduate to the level that you are right about now, a certain thing with the vocals and the performance and stuff like that, that seems very, and the word I'm going to use pretty much is educated. It's no different from graduating from school and the way you do certain things. It's an educated process.
The job requires
Yeah.
a certain level of intelligence. It's not just how you speak,
Yeah.
how you present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to learn to entertain people who are eating differently from those who are dancing.
Right. You got to reach everybody.
Yeah, you don't want to play. You know what I mean? There's a time. You have dinner music. You have the time for show time. You have after show. You have dance music. So you know, you learn the tricks. You learn when people. You can read the audience.
Right.
You learn all of this. The experiences, like I said, it's very valuable playing in the hotels.
Right.
We probably would have. I was given a scholarship for Berkeley College when I was 21 in Boston. The first youth from Jamaica to get that scholarship from Western Jamaica. Okay, we didn't get to finish school. Fortunately, I had Lieutenant Sichi came to the North Coast and checked me, and I had gone on tour with him. You know, as a bass player for his group, the Army Band, when he was signed to Atlantic Records. So during this time, you feel like you're missing out. So, you know, you try to catch up. You try to, you know, my daughter was born. Hurricane Gilbert came. Things went off.
Right. Of course.
So you try to readjust and do the best you can. When disaster comes, you have to at least do the best you can. I tried to be there as a father to make sure that she was okay.
Right.
And during all of that, I didn't get to go back to school. But then I started wondering why, you know. So I went on tour, and one of the days I had a day off, I went to Berkeley. To the school. I went over there, you know, to kind of catch up on the thought I was missing.
Right.
And, you know, actually got a chance to see one class in motion, and I was thinking to myself, wow, maybe Father never designed this for me.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Because I was comparing Kingston now. My time in Kingston, I was in the studios, I was in front of speakers, I was feeling the vibe. When I saw everybody in Berkeley, everybody had a headphone on and a station in front. They're in front of the station with a headset, and I'm saying, how them get to feel the music?
Yeah.
Them not hearing the speaker.
Yeah.
You see me? So I'm thinking, you know, as a bass player, I had to go where the speakers are.
Yeah. You have to feel it.
Yeah, and it wasn't a justification. It was a real life experience. It was like, you don't need that.
Yeah.
You need this. And you know, when I studied all of the things, I realized all the things I was supposed to do in Berkeley, I covered them.
Yeah. You learn all these on the fly.
On the job. And music is not so much a paper job.
Yeah.
It's a practical job. If you can't deliver it for people to hear you, studies don't matter.
Yeah.
I could tell you that. So, I could have gone to school and them trained me to write the scores. And I'll be writing films. And, of course, making money from that. But would I be doing it with the passion, though?
Yeah.
You know,
It'd be a job.
There you go. So in all the things they say, you need to be grateful because you don't know why you go. But going into Kingston again as a Montego and then as a Western man, them tell us he's a countryman. It's hard to bust in a town. There you go.
Yeah.
Crowd up the city.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got enough.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
so you know, that's why I diverted and went downtown and lock off and kind of like took away myself from everybody.
Right.
So I was in the calm, you know, downtown. People never wanted to come downtown. They said, come check me downtown. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Scared.
Yeah.
But, you know, for me, it was like going for my dream, bro.
Yeah.
So that gave me the confidence to do what I'm doing. Write, compose, play. Ear training, develop on the job.
Yeah.
You know, I always had my ear intact, but more now, more precision. Like I said, the more you do the thing, is the better you get at it. And you have to do it thoroughly.
Yeah.
To understand it thoroughly.
Yeah.
You can't do it halfway and then speak thorough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta see it through.
Yes. Putting up a studio, building a studio, acoustics. I'm learning sound. You know, I'm aware of all of the acoustics about sound.
Right.
Yeah. So I was able to master Rootsy Rhapsody with an engineer.
Wow.
I was able to sit and assist the master in session.
Right. Because you have trained your ear along the way.
Yes.
I dig that. You know, you mentioned that's the engineering process of it, and for the people who don't know, you're producer. Again, we say it over and over. One of the best instrumentalists, multi-instrumentalist. What I always wonder about somebody like you is this: since you're a producer, do you ever have to separate Benjy Myaz, the artist,
You must.
from Benjy Myaz, the producer?
I know you're going to ask me that. I have to.
Yeah.
Have to. As a vocalist, first as a musician, you play some wicked thing. You say, yo, that nice. And then the producer and you tell you no.
Yeah.
Because when you go to sing, that thing, they're not going to work.
Yeah.
And then you sing a wicked phrase, everybody around you say, yeah. But deep inside, as a producer, you know that you have to do that over. Because if you even check my Rootsy Rhapsody, a lot of people would say, yeah, I love it. But you know why? Because it's less. I don't sing too much.
It's not
ad-libs.
overcrowded.
And that's how I train my thing. I try not to crowd things up. Because there's silence in music.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no solo, but there's just a bar or two bars that
It's open.
needs openness. Nothing play, but the phrases that already occur. You don't have to put a lead over it.
Yeah. Let the music breathe.
Fall in place like that. So you learn that again. If you don't have that ability, you end up going and stretching out and crowd the thing and
One
you
bag
feel
of
me?
slurs.
Yeah, and then you have people who tell you, yeah, man, you could have slur right, that's one slur. But that is the difference between me and those people because I do less. I'm always trying to find a place.
Less is more.
Yes, just let the groove run because the music is always there.
But I think you also being a musician, it's easier for you to comprehend that because of the fact that there are things that you're hearing that somebody else is not. When you get the instrumental piece, of course you created it, but when you get the instrumental piece, every break that you hear, every open part that you hear, that the average vocalist is trying to fill.
Right.
You hear something that's already singing.
Exactly.
It's just an instrument.
Point.
You know what I'm saying?
Big point.
Because I've seen many singers too, like you mentioned it, there ain't no breaks. There's no open part. If him see your open part, he ad-libbing right there. You know what I'm saying?
Which sometimes is not necessary.
It is unnecessary.
And I produce people like that and they complain. Why you never make me sing more? Why am I listening to the song and I could have did a little bit more? So you know what? How you work with a situation like that is either you tell them, okay, I'm done with the production. You can have another producer do that.
Yeah.
My part finish.
Yeah.
Because I won't do that. I won't move in on a song because the client telling me that.
Yeah.
Because as a producer, you have to do what's right for the song.
Yeah.
Some people have the ability to sing, high and still don't make no sense to put the voice down because you're crowding the song.
Yeah. It's too much going on.
And some people go live and do the same thing. They crowd the intro and they crowd the middle. They come on with the crowding and they finish with the crowding. So what you find out in the dynamics is that the song started here and finished here. And
There's nowhere to go.
Climb, right?
No climax.
Yeah, that's the point.
You mentioned that one of my favorite female vocalists is Chrisette Michelle, right? Dope singer. And she did a song with Neo, who produces also.
Yeah.
And she was asked about that song, and she said about the experience. She said what Neo told her is that she oversings. She's a beautiful vocalist, but she oversings. There was no open space that she wasn't trying to fill. And there was unnecessary slurs and all that stuff. And as a vocalist, as talented as she is, it was hard to absorb that. Yeah. But when you stripped it down, that's the reason why you went to that producer, because he makes great music. So how comes you go to him for the great music and know when it's time to put out a song, you don't want the world to hear the music?
I won't call her name. Singers tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm producing them, working with me. And when they hear the mix, they say, why never let me stretch some more? Because I have the range, I say, yeah, I know. But we don't need range now.
We need it right, so you're good.
Yeah, we need mood.
Yeah.
I'm a mood musician.
Yeah.
I'm not a...
And this album is mood.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm looking out for the people who are suffering from road rage and stressed and fatigue and coming home and tired. And I'm catering for those people.
Yeah.
It's a drive time CD.
It is.
Yeah, so
it is.
I deliberately produced the album for that. Since the radio wasn't gonna play me, the cars will play me.
Cars will play.
Yeah.
I dig it to know because here's you know something. I need that. May I sample that to know?
So which is why you not even hear me talk about this music online uploading, because we're putting it in the cars.
Yeah, we're giving it to the masses.
And we're putting it back in the homes. We're going to do the vinyls. We have a nice design for the vinyl. I've got a chance to see the design. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Red, green, and gold vinyl. Looking good. See? So we come in with vinyl and we come in the CD. And like I said, we're catering for the people who still want to listen to the music off the CD format. Believe me, the MP3 is nothing compared to the CD. When you hear a CD, you hear the full song. When you hear MP3, it's compressed music.
Yeah.
So when you put it up online and people download that, they're downloading the B version of your song.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get me? When you buy a CD, you get a wholesome track. You get a wave file.
Yeah.
So we're looking at doing events and selling the CDs for now. Yeah, and vinyls.
So you're coming out to the show, you get the show, and you take that home with you from the show.
That's what I'm looking at. Because this download age of also, I saw something on YouTube, the distortion of sound.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones did a documentary. Have you seen it?
Yep.
They tell you what's going on with music.
It's like taking you. It's like you will go to dinner and you take up your food off of the plate and squish it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And then you decide to eat it. You can't taste this. You can't taste this. You can't taste this. You just squish it all together. I made something out of it.
So it's not every format we need to jump at because some come to destroy.
Right.
I like quality.
Right.
You understand? And after you go through so much hours of mixing and all these servers, and you send something up and you go back and buy it, it's 3-4 generations in a king.
Right.
You're not getting nothing compared to what was mixed in it.
Yeah.
So we looking at maintaining CDs because CDs are coming back and vinyl is up and running. So people talk about CD gone. No.
Yeah.
Cars are still being made with CD players.
And it ain't going away.
No.
It ain't
It's
going
a standard. And so we look at it and say, how do we cater for the people who suffer the most? The people who get up and go to work and come home and them always have to deal with traffic like every day. Find something to give them like
Give them something soothing to listen to.
Yes. And so you buy Rootsy Rhapsody, you buy any one of Benjy Myaz songs, you buy any one of the albums, you buy a best of Benjy Myaz compilation, you're good to go.
I really dig. Maybe I analyze things too much, but here's the thing: when it comes to the music, all right, we are in the singles era right about now, right? Where you put out a one song and they play the one song, and you have no idea what the album is like, right? Versus where, and I'm sounding like an old man right now, but versus the time where you buy the album and there's 10 songs on it, 12 songs on it, and I get to hear 12 songs, right? For me, 9 times out of 10, my favorite song was never a single. I always say singles are normally kind of contrived. You know what I mean? Some people calculate what's a single for whatever reason. Okay, we're reaching that market, radio wants this, whatever. But there's always a song on there that was not a single that I just love, right? And then certain albums I've heard, my Jeffrey Osborne album, I used to get some Babyface albums, some albums that was just full and pure and a warm sound. And that's what I got when I was listening to this. If I was to think of my CD collection, I could pick it up and put it right next to my Jeffrey. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Right next to my Lionel Richie. You know what I mean?
I'm honored, sir.
That's what we got here. We're talking about, again, people that want to hear the thing. Nobody vexed me. I got tunes for you. I got tunes for you.
Pretty lady, sure got my baby. Woman, I wanna hold you and squeeze you like I used to do. And make believe that I'm your king and you're the queen of this love we share. And time after time I get this feeling that I'm so in love with you. And just to look out my window each night I see the stars and love above. Let me love you, please you, do all the things that you want me to do. Let me touch you, just kiss you, and show you what I'm feeling.
No, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to pull it up from the top. I ain't got no choice. All right, the song name Unforgettable Dream. When you think about it, you have to get them one more time. All right, this is me showing you the CD because that's where we're going with it. Physical copies, get yours. All right.
Time after time I get this feeling that I'm so in love with you. And just to look out my window each night I see the stars and love above. Let me love you, please you, do all the things that you want me to do. Let me touch you, just kiss you, and show you what I feel inside my heart. Let me love you, please you,
music lovers are out in full effect today. Somebody's a nice cover of the Barcade. You know, some of the things.
Only you can fulfill all my happiness. Late at night I hear your voice even though you're really not there. Over and over there's a vision of you in my life. When I look out my window each night I think about you more than twice. Let me love you.
Julian, you're loving this one too, not you? Ross, sit by the hope. I see the hearts going up, I see the fires going up, man. The button on the place, you know.
Kiss you. Show you what I feel inside.
The video is available on YouTube. Mad. So subscribe to Benjy Myaz YouTube channel also, alright?
So much unforgettable dream. Unforgettable dream. I wanna tell the world now. Unforgettable dream. Unforgettable dream.
Before we get out of here tonight, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna be giving away an autographed CD, alright? Getting a CD signed. Somebody's going home with a CD tonight. One's mine, don't you even look at that one. But somebody get a CD tonight. Just go on, pay attention, because we're going to ask a question. And y'all, we get something, all right?
Kiss you, show you what I feel inside my heart. Let me love you and please you. Do all the things that you want me to do. Let me touch you, yes, kiss you. Show you what I feel inside my heart. Let me love you, please you. Do all the things that you want me to do. Let me touch you, yes, kiss you. Show you what I feel inside my heart.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Remember, Suzette, blessings, Junior Wagwan, big tune. John Murray's on here, big tune. Suzette, Wagwan, listen, we're going to give away a CD in a minute, all right? A minute from now, you know what? I'm going to drop one more tune. No, not yet. But we'll drop a tune later on and we'll give you a CD, all right? Y'all just go and vibe with us right about now. It's called Hooked on You, the juggling part of the thing, you know what I mean? Easy, we're taking it retro.
From the first time that I laid my eyes, you've got me wondering. What a feeling, so revealing. You've got me thinking, how could this be? You and me, sharing our lives together, even through the storm.
What going, Christine Clark, big up yourself. Thank you so much for jamming with us. Janet, what's up?
Oh, yes,
the maestro.
You've got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh, yes, I mean it. We now. No.
Got to. I'm sorry. We gotta pull it up. Yeah, man. One more thing there. I don't watch ya. Not just one.
See now, from the first time that I laid my eyes, you've got me wondering.
Toronto's locked in.
So revealing, you've got me thinking, how could this be? You and me, sharing our lives together, even through the stormy weather. You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh, yes, I mean it. You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh, yes, I mean it. We now, no, and forever, let's stay together, even through the fire. I hope you can see just what you mean to me. This is how our love should be. And I know that we've got plenty places to go. So I know that our love can grow. I know that you know what I'm trying to say. So baby, how do you wanna end today? You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm
Ladies and gentlemen, hear what now.
without you.
I'm talking about them full albums, a real album. Where from track 1 all the way through, it's just, yo,
Hooked on you.
put it in number 1 now. What's track number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It don't matter.
I'm gonna
Janet, good night, good night, good night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My Toronto people in that building. Tracy, what's up?
do it.
So that way, say mad fire, not you.
From the first time that I laid my eyes, you've got me wondering what a feeling, so revealing. You've got me thinking, how could this be? You and me, sharing our lives together, even through the stormy weather. Ooh, now I know that we've got places to go. So I know that our love can grow. I know that you know what I'm trying to.
Steve, welcome to the party. We appreciate you.
So baby,
Amanda, what's up? Cool, no man. The phones are ringing already. No, it's not that type of party. Not that type of party at all. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta listen.
I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it. You've got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do with
Sharon, what you say?
oh yes, I mean it. You got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it, baby. You've got me hooked on you. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Oh yes, I mean it.
Benji, I was having a conversation earlier, right, with an artist and somebody else, and we're talking about, you know, what it takes to really get this thing going and successful. The artistry of it is evidently a major part of it. We've spoken about the institutions of higher learning, be it the Ednas and, you know what I mean, the alphas and all them things which were prevalent back in the days. Of course, the music schools in Montego Bay, Herbert Morrison, all them schools that endorse the music and support it to the fullest and nurture it. That kind of dissipated a little bit, not from but I'm talking about the high institutions. Now today we see a lot of our musicians coming out right now from like Edna. So we have musicians coming out that are educated, you know what I mean, musically. But what I am looking forward to seeing a lot more than that is people taking up the other side of it, the management side of it. You know what I mean? The PR side of it, the other sides of the business. You're tenured in this game. You've seen it all from left to right and center. Talk to me about the importance of cornering that side of the business in order for us to be, and I'm talking reggae right now, bump the rest of the genres, them already have them thing. You know what I mean? How important is it that we corner that side of the sphere in order to get this reggae music where it needs to be?
Wow, big question. First of all, I think we probably need to do more of the education, the subjects being taught about administrative part of the game, because that's not I don't see much of that happening in the colleges. So maybe we need to look at having some kind of, maybe, I don't know if it's an alternative school or additional programs added to even places like Edna, but we're not seeing a lot of that being passed on, the knowledge of it. So a lot of people, all you have to do is research and read and sort of kind of on your own kind of thing in Jamaica. Whereas here, you can get that information, you can go and learn, you can study that in a college over a 3-month period. I think the UTech, the University of Technology, has a program. I don't know how big it is, how effective it is, but music management and studies, I think something like that going on. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But we need probably see more of that coming from the institutions, especially places like Edna that teach the music itself. So you have prepare the people to manage it too. And then some, back in the day, you look at it in Jamaica too. Is that definitely is a thing where they miss it from morning. You know, it's like some people accept the business like they're doing it themselves. Like we don't need a manager because
Right.
of the game, because of the game that they've been played on them.
Right.
That dishonest game when there's a manager or there's a third person.
So it's almost like you expect to be robbed. You expect
There
to be
you go.
cheated. So,
So
so you approach it yourself.
There you go, kind of thing. Selfie. That because the business has been like that
Right.
in Jamaica for a long time.
Right.
And the dishonesty seemed to be on the forefront. The dishonesty, not the honesty.
Right.
You shouldn't be wondering. You know, I always say I want to be able to work with people that when I'm done with a performance or a tour, we could still hang out.
So it's not just business.
That's what I would love.
Yeah.
And we can
That's pretty hard to find, right?
Yeah, we can socialize. Our families can socialize.
Yeah.
Because you know you want to have that kind of trust and that brotherhood and so forth with people. Where that's the kind of thing I want. No, we have seen the robbery and I've experienced many things like that.
Right.
You know, because you trust people. So when you see people taking up doing things themselves, and then hear some people say, "Oh, you can't manage yourself. You can't do that. You can't do that." You don't have a choice.
Yeah. It's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get me? You swap one for the other.
Yeah.
You know, you take the chance to give somebody the power to do your business and they're not dealing with your business on an upfront level. And so, again, one camp has too much artists. People are sidelining other artists for other artists.
And this is our industry. And I'm asking, and I'm glad you approach it that way because, like I say to people all the time, a lot of the things that we experience, it's universal. It doesn't just happen to reggae music, but I don't really care about the rest of it right now. We're talking about reggae music. And what you're talking about right now, there's a bunch of things. Too much artists in one camp.
Reggae music.
Music.
You don't see that in the R&B camp too.
Music dropping too frequently.
Shows up too much artists. Let's
Show
be
up
real.
too much artists.
Yeah, man.
And we can go down the line.
Yeah, hold it for that.
No. There's two questions I always reserve for somebody like yourself, who I think is qualified to answer the question. One is, we see all the ills of the business. What's been done right? Is there, as you sit back right about now, you look, what is it that's going on that you say, you know what, I'm pleased with that?
Resurgence of talent. We kind of give up on that one at the time. Because when you go to the studio, you see some people using the computers and them using Fruity Loops. That's a program.
One of them. That is definitely
That's
one
a
of them.
shame.
You know, sound right from the get-go.
It's a shame, you know, and they have drummers who think it's okay.
Right.
Why I think that? I didn't even think that. Saying
Fruity Loops.
No. So I'm glad we're seeing drummers, people with drumsticks in them hand.
Real musicians.
Yes, and practicing. Go to the college a lot. You see what's going on. I'm happy for the quality that's coming back. You know, you have the Chronics and Coffee.
Yeah.
And Pochige.
Yeah.
And Whopper Singers.
Yeah.
Whopper Singers have quality. On the radio, again, we see some people like yourself stepping up to the radio game and presenting quality radio
Right.
good programming. We're happy for that.
Right.
What we're not happy about is the people who were on the music journey and it didn't work out. And so they choose another part of the game to become a agent, a public relations person and whatever. And they sabotage
Right.
based upon their own dreams
Their
or
own
vision
experiences.
and bad
You got that
whatever
bitterness
it is,
and a chip on your shoulder.
That's the part that
Yeah.
we need to get rid of. That's selfish.
Right.
You know, and give a youth him run.
Yeah.
To run.
Yeah.
You know. And don't use your own experience to judge another man because you don't know how may I go around that with my, you know, boy, you're hard to work with, you know. I heard from people in my camp, hard for what is hard.
That you're hard to work with.
I know I am hard to work with, and people say you're hard to work with, and you spread this type of, that don't deter me from working right, because hard is right. You get me? I work hard, that's why I'm
So that's
hard
the issue.
to-
You're trying to do this thing the right way, and
That's
they're not
it.
accustomed to that.
Yeah, and they demand it a certain way, and it's not right. They say, no, let's do it again. You know what I mean? So when you say hard to work with, and people come to me that, I'm always looking at it and trying to figure out, so it's weakness cause people to tell you that. You get me? So
I got you.
when you get somebody who knows what they're doing in any job, a supervisor, and they're going to always run up in the problems with the worker who is mediocre.
Right.
You dig?
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's a big problem. And I think, like we said earlier, the normalization of mediocrity is a big problem.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we see it a lot more in our industry
Those people
that
need to
many
pack
other.
up and leave the business alone. They're holding back the business. They have been the problem.
From day one.
Yes, in the business, sabotaging and spreading rumors and passing ill feelings and all these things. Yeah, you don't know him, hard for deal with her, you don't know she. None of that.
Yeah.
Give people a chance to shine in front of you and let them prove who they are. And then you can make your own decision about
Yeah.
people.
Because
I've
people are
heard-
responding to other people. So the reason why you are a certain way to work with is because you're working with me and I'm a
Exactly,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Is that you have to have a clear mind. So when one who has never done a job with you come to say, we want to do some stuff with you, but we hear you're difficult to work with.
Right.
Right away, I don't want to work with that
Right,
person.
right, right.
I chose not to.
Yeah.
Because
Because
if
you're already
you
coming
coming
out
out,
preconceived.
please.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So we need to let go them isms there and admire what art is about. Some of us just have a certain kind of passion, and it kind of
Yeah.
deeper than some.
Ain't nothing wrong with trying to do this thing
See?
right.
No.
Yeah.
And in the middle of a rehearsal, I had to learn not to even say nothing. So I'm supposed to go home now with this bad thing in my mind with a show. Don't say nothing because people gonna hurt. And it's not right. You feel me?
So I gotta go home with all this frustration because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
That's where we are now.
When the truth is, had I told you, it benefited. Because all the things that go on right now that we look at as little discrepancies in how the business is done, when you not say nothing right about none, it's going to come back to haunt us later on in life. You know?
That's the problem.
It's little things like those that hold us back. And what unfortunate thing is this, the industry is the music is big, but the industry is small. So as a result, the ills of Benjy can hold many other people back.
I can't remember the quote in word for word, but it says something like, it's the silence that matters. I remember the end of the quote, Martin Luther King. But him says the silence of
Yeah.
the
The silence of your friends.
That's what really.
It's not the noise of of those. It's the silence of those of your.
So it sounds like you're alone talking and doing what's right. Boy, some people switch side on you overnight too,
Yeah.
because it's more popular over here. Or them have a certain type of eliteness that them think can open some doors for you. So you switch alliance. Down with that.
Yeah.
Down with isms.
Yeah.
We deal with up things. And this opportunity here to sit in with you and talk is a great opportunity because we're not lighting no fire in a king.
Right,
We're just
right.
speaking it as it is. And since this is a platform,
Right.
we go on radio these days, you only have 15 minutes to say what it is and get out.
Right,
So I'm
right.
happy that we have a chance to spread this.
Listen, it is at the end of the day, the album says Rootsy Rhapsody and it says Benjy Myaz on the album cover and your pictures on it, but this is us at the end of the day, You know what I'm saying? This is, yes, you curated all this, but this is us because whatever this represents opens the doors or closes the door for another artist.
Sure.
Because from a marketing viability standpoint, when people get this album and them listen to it, it's like, okay, well, reggae music will go on, so this is reggae music, this is being made, so now they'll give another artist a listening ear. You know what I mean? Which is why I think it is important that you stand your ground and do what you do. If them say it's a difficult thing.
Bro, I just do my work.
Yeah.
And I do my work diligently and creatively.
Yeah. I love
And
that.
I try to expound and expand and, I try many things. I try to make it more interesting, but I don't go too much out of the norm, but at least you try to give the listeners something to satisfy. That's where I'm at.
Right.
I'm just doing me. You know what I mean?
When Benjy is not listening to Benjy and getting ready for the show, getting ready to put these albums out.
I don't listen to Benjy.
You don't listen to Benjy?
Only when I'm in the production mode. To be honest, I've been listening to this EP, which is really one of the first projects that I've listened to. So, in terms of a complete project with many songs.
So you're that artist when you're not really in love with listening to your own work. Okay.
But Rootsy Rhapsody
Yeah.
have me listening to it for the
Yeah.
last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so you gotta have. It's almost like you gotta step outside of yourself and
Because-
Benjy Myaz a different. I'm listening to an artist right here.
Because there's a tendency to be more critical of your own work. And so I'm now accepting the fact that it in a plastic, it done.
It done. I ain't going back to edit nothing.
No. We have a few little things to tweak on the artwork
Yeah.
for the next batch reprint.
Right.
And 1 and 2 graphic errors was,
Right.
with artists not having nothing to do with me, that just people do the art. So
Right.
we have those things. But musically, that's
Yeah.
it. We don't need to revisit
The
it.
session's closed.
Yeah, that's it.
The file done.
Yeah, man. So we want to just push this out right now. And I think, like I said, it's a collector's thing,
It is, and I like that word because that's the reason why I'm looking forward to the vinyl. Because in this day and age, and I'm just gonna put it out there, we have our favorite artists, And we're conditioned to like certain things. I've bought albums from some of my favorite artists, and the only reason I got it is because of my favorite artist, and it's kind of sucked, but that's still my favorite artist. You know what I mean? You don't get a full body of work that is rocking from track one to the end. Yes. I hear, how long did it take you to put this album together? Because it don't sound like overnight thing.
11 years.
What?
11 years.
How much track up on an album?
10.
10. So it took you...
Well, 7 tracks, but 3 extra mixes.
All right. 10 tracks, me I gonna call it still, no? So we talk about 1 year.
1 song a year.
1 month. 3 days per song.
Well, there was a lull.
Yeah.
I took, taking care of my parents.
Right.
There was a lull. That was part of the time. And also trying to get Auntie Marcia was challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Busy 4
lady.
years I had to wait on her to voice to do it.
Wow.
Wow. So.
Wow. This all make us say, wow.
Yeah, you count those years. But because I was patient, I didn't change alliance. I wrote the song for her from day one.
So from inception, you knew this was written.
Yeah, we were in Anguilla together.
Yeah,
and she performed down there. And, we had a chance to hang out. And I was saying to her, Auntie Marcia, I would like to do something with you. Yeah. So she commissioned me to go ahead with the tune. And the tune was recorded 2010.
Mad.
The track.
Yeah.
And the vocals didn't go until 2014.
Wow.
Because we were not able to be together.
Right, to get it done.
Right.
That says a lot though, because in a day and age where the time when it take you for put out this one album, the other artists would have had 11. You know what I mean? But the quality would have been, it would have showed.
Well, this is what you're talking about. That's why you can say from track one to...
Yeah. Time, effort, energy.
Yes. The mastering took us... When I called the mastering lab, they said, I think it was $270 per hour. And they said, we're going to charge you more if you want to hang in the studio.
Right. If you want to be in the studio with them.
Yeah, because if once you give command to them to say, no, don't do that, do this, they charge you. Because they put a standard curve on your thing. So you drop off the product and you leave and you pick it up.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, man, I need to buy the software. We bought the software for $1,000. And mastered it ourselves. He told me, I said...
And get that sound that you're pleased with.
And we still have the software.
Right.
To master
the next one.
More stuff.
They should have never told you that. From a business standpoint, they messed up.
But most people would fear say, boy, I'm not a mastering engineer. But mastering is your ears. It's the final analogy of your ears.
Yeah.
It's the final frontier of your ears.
Which is what you've been training for the last however many years.
And I want to get it right. I would prefer to be a mastering engineer than a mix engineer.
Wow.
Because that's where the sound is created.
That's a final.
There are songs on the EP that didn't sound good to me, none at all. Even after it was mixed.
So you have to go back.
Number one, Make It Up With You. I couldn't understand the track. In mix, Bobby Digital the Great. Recorded with Tough Gang, the proper drum sets, everything. And I'm listening, I was like, something wrong with this tune. Couldn't define it. And you know what? Nothing was really wrong with the tune. It needed mastering.
That's all it was.
Yeah. And so the minute the mastering was done.
Yeah. Proper sound.
It. Yeah.
Well, you just talk about Auntie Marcia. So we have to get the people in piece of the thing.
Please.
Brand new, ladies and gentlemen. Benjy
You
Myaz.
make me feel
just you and me. It's a reality. Sharing our special moments. I know you see. Oh yeah, this ain't no fantasy. Baby, I feel your fire. It's you.
You make me feel brand new.
Together, reality. Sharing our special moments. I know you see. Oh yeah, this ain't no fantasy.
Baby, I feel your fire. It's you my heart desire. I'm gonna let you in my world today. Oh, I hear you calling. Come tell me what you're feeling. Open up to me, tell me what it's gonna be. Baby, you make me feel brand new. I'm so glad I found you.
Joy removes the pain. It's like I'm learning to love again.
So I'll take your hand. Together we will stand.
Through the thick and thin, true love always wins. Yeah. Baby, see, I've been working so hard every day. Lord knows we need some time to play.
Baby, I know you're willing. For you my heart keeps beating. You'll always be my pride, standing by your side eternally.
You make me feel brand new.
I'm so glad I found you.
Joy removes the pain. It's like I'm learning to love again.
So I take your hand. Together we will stand.
Through the thick and thin, true love always wins. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, baby.
Song's called Brand New, ladies and gentlemen. It is Benjy Myaz, it's Marcia Griffith, the legend, the queen. And here's the thing, like I said, we're gonna give away a CD. We said we're gonna give away a CD, so here's the deal. That's a big tune. And like me say, anyway, it's at Benjy Myaz Streets. Make sure you stop him and get your copy, all right? Talking about hard copies right here, CDs, vinyl, the whole nine, all right? Accost him. You're at the airport, pull him over. If he misses the flight, that's on him. Just make sure you get your CD, all right? Your vinyl, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna drop something for y'all right about now. This is how we're gonna give away a CD. I'm gonna drop a song right about now, Benjy. We can do that. Drop something on them, and they gotta identify who the other singer on the track is.
Of course.
Will I do that?
Yes, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we dropping something right now. You identify who this was. If you're paying attention the other day, if there's no voice and vibes, is what it is. First of all, she's disqualified, so nobody answer yourself, all right? So we're going to drop a tune right about now. If you can identify who it is, just write it in the chat. First person who gets it right gets an autographed CD. Let's go.
Yeah, lady.
Hey Benji,
Don't know.
don't know what.
Long time. Long time.
Long time what.
Yeah, man.
I want you. If you tell you, you know.
I'm not one.
Alright.
Gonna sing a song, see?
Yeah, sing for me, no man.
Watch this.
Yeah, watch you.
If I can, I'd like to see you every day and every night. This feeling I can't find. Day after day I keep searching for a love that's right. Even when you're out of sight, I've been waiting patiently for someone like you. What am I gonna do?
Gary said no.
now?
Him disqualified.
There you are.
Disqualified big time.
Come right here. Come let me show you. Baby, how much I really care.
No Sharon. Normally we give you only one shot, but you can keep going, all right? And I'm getting inbox messages. I'm gonna have to check them on timing and see who get it first. But nope, it is not Empress Uni. You recognize that 900 number sounding voice, right? Benjy.
You mean more to me than words can say. Ooh, baby, for you my love is here to stay. Nothing can stop this thing I feel for you.
Nope, you're wrong too.
Journey into time.
Again, we got an autograph CD going out.
You told
Who's this singing with Benjy Myaz? Hope, who is this singing? Joanna, who this singing? Mish, who this singing? EK, who this singing? Julianne, who this singing?
On and on and on and on. Like to caress you. Come on, let me show you. Midnight until dawn.
really turn me on.
I'm gonna pull it up and I get it yet.
Not Twiggy, not Twiggy, not Twiggy. All right, you know something? Nah.
Yeah, lady.
Hey Benji,
Don't know.
don't know what.
You know, all this time I'm just worried. I was just hoping you make sure so you're not call the person's name in that song, because that's my concern. You know, where you gonna say the person's name in the song?
No. Bless out here, there. Bless out here, there.
Sing for me, man.
One more time, one more shot. Who's singing? Oh Lord, we got a winner.
If I can, I'd like to see you
Hope we got a winner.
every day. And
Somebody tell somebody.
Yeah, somebody Googled it real quick.
I can't find. Day after day, I keep searching.
Hope you win. You know your things. You know your vocalist there.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Go plumber.
Yeah.
When
Let's go.
you're out of sight, I've been waiting patiently for someone
That's what
like you. What am I gonna do without you? There you are. Come right here. Come let me show you, baby, how much I really care. Have you? You really turn me on. On and on and on and on. Like to caress you. Come on, let me show you.
John, I was wondering if you were gonna come out. I said, you know, you're disqualified. You know.
You really turn me
No CDs for you.
You mean more to me than words can say.
I can't believe I wait so long for no.
Baby,
For you, the voice like Benji.
you know love is here to stay. Nothing can stop this thing I feel for you. It goes around my mind. I think of you all the time. I'm not giving up, so you better buckle up for a journey into time. Open up, you don't mind.
You really turn me on. On and on and on and on. Like to caress you. Come on, let me show you. Midnight until
One large of all the massive listening on radio right about now. Well, go on, Jeremy. Welcome. You knew it was her, huh? But you kept quiet. I don't believe none of that. None of that.
I'm sneaking one for you.
I'm sneaky, that thing.
baby. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Benjy Myaz. It's Jonah Marie. It's called Like to Have You. I'm gonna tell you this, Benji. You're welcome. Honestly, I've gotten a lot of. I don't mean that, right? I've got a lot of albums sent to me recently. A lot of them. I'm not telling a lie. Some big tunes. You know what I mean? We get some hot tunes come through the place, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna say it. It's one of the best albums I've gotten in a long time. When I say album, I mean from you open the door and step in and drive to when you got out and close the door. It's one of the
You know, say
best
from G. Cole
albums.
said that the thing.
It's shot,
Feel
but
it,
I love it. I love it.
I'm humbled, sir, and I'm very grateful that I was able to bring this to your classic show where you have the consistency
Appreciate you.
and the quality, and I'm happy that I'm fitting in there.
But you didn't
See
set the
it?
bar right now. Enough pressure. No, people can't come through. People can't come through with albums now because the bar has been set so high.
I'm very just a very honored and very pleased feeling to sit in and reason with you, my brother.
Right, man. Tell us, first of all, let Radio Massive. I want to big up everybody that's listening in on radio right about now. Palm Beach Massive via Super Jams, Vibes 891 Radio that's listening in right about now. My people in the UK that's listening via Vibes Urban Radio. Thank you all so much. It's about time for me to let radio go, so we're doing that. All right, but we wilding out right now because we're here with the Massive and crew that's watching in. Again, we got you. We got your CD, Hope. We got your CD. All right, and it is signed.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I didn't get to say. Hope. Yeah. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, somebody pinch you though.
You feel so not true.
Yeah,
Me
right.
feel say something,
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's all fishy.
Somebody pinch you.
It's all fishy. Somebody sent that text. Say, yo. Either that, I should probably send that thing and say, yo, Miss Crazy, attend the live. You tell me. I love it. Here's what I'm gonna do now, Benji. The phones are open to certain people, specific people, right about now, right? So I'm gonna let you just say a line to some people out there, all right? Because I feel like this industry, we all gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta come together. We gotta make it work. Yes. It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of cogs in it. So we gotta talk to everybody, yes. All right? We're not getting nothing too deep and nothing too in depth, but I'm gonna let you talk to them. Talk to radio. Just tell the radio whatever radio needs to hear right about now. It ain't gotta be too long.
Yeah.
Tell radio.
No, we're very grateful for the consistency, the support, the love, and we just want to pass that on by giving you more and more music and do the best we can as artists. Myself is one of them artists there, because without radio and without the fans, there would be no artists. So we're grateful for the listeners who, for example, taking time out to socialize, interact, and to pay attention to what we're saying.
Right.
Because that's very important, what we're saying. You know what I mean? So pass the word, keep on sending out the love, and make people know what we stand for. And we're looking also for work, too, because we're on the radio, so we're looking for work that, the work is another thing. It's not everywhere I want to play.
Yep.
Understandable. Sometimes you want to make money, but you don't want to go certain places because your quality is important, and the direction with some shows taken away from your quality. And some promoters would want to say, boy, it's a great exposure.
Yeah.
They use you to build their numbers up. At the same time, you go on and you have to go through all of these things, and then you still don't come out feeling like you did something beneficial for yourself. So we're looking at those things, we're looking at doing live shows, and we're looking at the promoters and so forth. So we're passing the word that, if you're interested in quality shows, then you know where to find us. We're on the internet, we're all over. And Benjy Myaz and Friends experience is not just about me. It's about people like G. Cole, too.
Give thanks.
Yeah, you understand? The quality artist. What's about my brother there?
Jay?
In my hide.
You're probably somewhere about the place like this right about now. Raps and Kush.
So we're going to call out all of the great artists. I'm so proud to have some great artists too. So we'll come to do the neural oscillation, which is the listening party. We're going to have a little social when we get together and listen to the EP.
Right.
We want to do that for the fans.
Right.
So we can, we want to have a little cameo performances of some of my friends too.
Nice.
We're looking at that. So, we just want to say thanks for the support, the love, and the true fans have always been there from day one and never switched lane.
Right.
Big them up.
I love that.
So, man.
You have a song here with you have Mikey Spice on it, and you have Tony Gould.
Yes.
Right? You are a musician. So is Mikey Spice. How chaotic is that for two talented musicians going to a studio and get some work done?
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't?
To get Mikey in the studio is the hardest part. It's the hardest part.
Wait a second. That is the issue.
That's the hardest part. It's busy. People busy. You might say it's the same. It's not like they're ignoring what they're supposed to do, but
people got stuff to do.
And me and Mike will be hanging out and, say, oh, we're going to get this done today. And tomorrow, next day, it don't get done. You know what I'm saying? But as one of my brother that's who really, you know what I'm saying? Big him up every time. Solid artist, solid musician.
Yeah.
Know him craft. And so, it was just a straight up honor to it. Also have Mr. Tony Gould, who passed through, without notice, him came in and filled in. We've been lingering around hoping that we'd have had Mr. John Holt, son, original Junior Holt. Or even Brian. We spoke about both of them. It didn't happen. So, we actually move on and had Tony come in.
to do the track.
It's a big tune, and I'd be remiss if I even share that with the masses too before we get up out of here. So I'm gonna drop it because it was made popular by my favorite vocalists, also some of my favorite vocalists, and I think it's a dope. I'm gonna keep using the word
sir.
interpretation.
Thank you, sir.
Because it is an interpretation, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming from you, everything is an honor. You're a dope artist and a dope radio DJ yourself.
Brother,
You're all
I
doped up.
appreciate it.
See me.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, this is the Benjy here.
Girl, your laugh is like wildfire, spreading all over the world, baby. Girl, your laugh is like wildfire, spreading all over the world.
No, sir. No.
Some do pull up that.
Just it. Dope. I love it.
Girl, your laugh is like wildfire,
The sample, the original one.
spreading all over the world, baby. Girl, your laugh is like wildfire, spreading all over the world. Yes, now I sent you roses many times, wanting you to come on over. Yeah, I heard a lot of things about you. People are so untrue. I wanna be with you, baby. Girl, your love is like wildfire, spreading all over the world. Listen to me now, girl. Girl, your love is like wildfire, spreading all over the world. Listen now. We'll sip champagne by the fireside, you and me, girl. Together we will sail in the moonlight, just whispering songs as we sail along.
Crazy, ladies and gentlemen.
Wildfire,
Benjy Myaz, Mike Spice, Tony Gold,
spreading all over the world.
Wildfire.
Hey, girl, your love is like wildfire,
Yes, man.
spreading all over the world. Oh, well, ooh-wee,
But I didn't know hope.
hey,
She said dope.
I've been a yearning
Man, I got low, man.
wanting to get next to you, baby. You might have been a roamer, hey, but you roam no more. 'Cause in my arms you're gonna stay, yeah. Wildfire, 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 wildfire. Ooh, yeah. Girl, your love is like wildfire.
But
Thank you, sir.
it bad.
And we have the juggling.
Trust me.
We have the juggling for that too. So if you feel like in the mood for pull up
Yeah.
and drop it again, you have the
Get him the juggling.
You have the juggling.
I got you. An awesome body of work.
Thank you very
An
much, sir.
awesome art, Rootsy Rhapsody. And like I said, hope you want yourself a CD. Anyone that's at Benjy in the streets, all right? I hate telling y'all to do this. Even if it's in a grocery store and I'm trying to pick up something at Whole Foods, trying to get us healthy on, just wait till him cash out and say, Mr. Myaz, might I have might I get my copy of the album, please?
Get a dope copy.
Get
of
a
that
dope copy of the album, you know what I mean?
album, right?
I can't wait because I have vinyl nights on here sometimes now. So I can't wait for the vinyl to come out.
We're getting the production going.
On the way right now.
Yes, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Benjy Myaz. Drop some social media for the masses them so that them know if you keep up with you, because that's where they gotta go support the artists.
Once you Google search BNJY, MYAZ, and if you're over in Europe, MYAZ in America, right? In America, it's a Z.
It's a Z. You get them the Z?
So it's all over. You know, you find me on the Facebook and IG, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. My Works Music is the name of the production house, and you'll also find us on the internet at the Twitter page of My Works, and also
My Works is your production
that's,
company.
Yeah, that's a in-house production company. Yeah.
Nice.
So you know, everything is interlinked. You can also find us via Davidson Media, the Creatrix Media pages. There are many pages to connect, interlinked in right now. We got Mr. Dave Douglas out in Tortola. British Virgin Island. He's doing some work with us now.
Nice.
And you know, lots of independence. Large up Joanna Murray, she also was, you know, been doing some stuff. She was on the My Works label doing some stuff. She also doing the TMC thing. Jabi, Junior Boyne, my brother here in the studio with me. Big him up.
Big up.
Mr. Gary McNeil, we call him G-Mac.
Cool,
Soldier
nice.
in the camp.
Squaddy.
Big time.
Yeah.
And so much love coming over from, you know, everyone.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Homegrown with G. Cole, available now on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, radio.com, and all your podcast platforms. Also, check out the website, homegrownwithgcole.com, to listen and for all things homegrown. To watch the video of this interview, it is available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, be safe, be kind, and be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast, Homegrown with G. Cole, is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Please support the artist.